Hey, welcome. Hi, Bella. Hi, Nikki. So we're in for another Q&A again today. I'm just clearing all the cat hair off my iPad. Okay, now I'm ready. So today we're going to be learning about sort of like mock-ups. Not that we have to do that anymore, and I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to start off in Affinity and probably end up in something called Teepublic, which is gonna make mock-ups for us in the end. I'll show you. I'll go through the old way and the new way, and we'll design from scratch. So, moving on to our first one, which is the question from Bella was how about more on mock-ups, where we get pre-made ones, how to use it in different softwares, etc. Which I said I'm gonna have to wait till next week because this is a big subject, and I wasn't kidding. And then she puts excited about mock-ups next week, etc. So let's go into how we used to do mock-ups, which is called the old way now, or at least I call it that. So what we do to get this mock-up, or what we can do now anyway, is go to AI and just ask for a plain t-shirt in a room that I can make a mock-up on, and it would know what you're on about and give you this picture. In fact, this one is from AI. So I want to show you how you would go about doing this in the old style. So this is our style one, and this is just a vector I downloaded from Pixpay. This little fox here, and the idea is to get this fox onto that shirt, but with all the folds and things. Now there is a way that we could do it with warps and things, or we could just do this now. Let's see. So if you come into the layers folder or file, whatever it's called, and then just put the item in multiply and just turn it down, and let's go with 87, and there we go. It's that easy, because what you're doing is getting all the folds and multiplying them and all the lights and everything. But if you zoom in, can you see the texture is also on the fox because we made it opacity? So that is how you would do this kind of thing with a vector graphic. Very nice. So let's go into old style 2. Just gonna turn off old style 1. So old style 2, if I can get it to work. Why can't I get it out to work? Old style 2, here we go. So again, I've just asked AI. I need a laptop in a room with a blank screen that I can put a mock-up on. And yeah, it just does that, and it knows what you mean. So that is what we do. Or like before AI even, you'd have to get someone to actually set this up, like a laptop in a house, taking the picture. It was a nightmare. But you'd get things like Adobe stock, that kind of thing, that would give you these images. Not that we have to nowadays, because we've got AI and we can just be like, I want this. And that's exactly what I did for this image. So in this demo, we're going to go the other way, and we're going to get an actual image to go onto the screen of the laptop. So I've downloaded this image of Pixabay. Just looks like a desktop picture. And what we can do with, because it's pixel, we'll go into the pixel mode. And then, because we want to adjust the perspective and things, we go into, oh look, the opacity stayed down, that's weird. Anyways, yeah, you go into the plus up here, in pixel mode, on the plus, on that layer. And then you get live perspective and live mesh warp. These only come up when you've got all those things selected. So we're going to go to live perspective. Now, with the vector, you have to literally do it on top of the object. When you do a warp with pixel, it can be off to the side like this. And we just drag it in. Just line this up, 2 seconds. It's not really perfect. It'll just be in there. Just so you can't see white. Try and do the same on the side. And there we go. Now again, to make this look better, you could change the opacity, make it more blend in. So let's change this one to 87 as well. And as you can see, if I go back into designer mode, not that you have to, just trying to clear that warp off so we can see what's going on. But now it just looks like the screen's on the screen. And you would do this with pictures, like in a gallery, old t-shirts, anything. And that is exactly how we used to do it. But nowadays, you've got something called Teepublic, which I'll show you now. Oh, I best tell you about these assets before I go. So these are going to be available for free. And what it is, it's when you make a design, you generally don't know sort of like the layout of the shirt. Whether, that bit needs text, that bit needs image, etc. So I've done various ones. They're like the top sellers, if you like. So I've put a little guide there. The red bit is the actual artboard itself, and most places want 5,500 pixels by 5,000. The reason being is because not everyone uses vector, and they're expecting it to be an image, so they want it really big so we don't get pixelation, etc. The other thing that I've included is some retro sunshines or sunrises, and these will come into play when you're making your designs. And you'll see, if we go into the top bestsellers right now, you'll see that design on a fair few of them. It's like a really in fashion thing right now. Not sure why, but there we go. I don't know why I put the thumbnail in there. That's very weird. But I was just gonna say, the new way is the Teepublic way. This one here. I made up their logo, etc. But you just go to Google, type in Teepublic, and you can create an account and stuff. It's all free. Then what you do is just do the design, and they do all the mockups for you. It's great. I'll show you. So, and then there's question 2 from Villa, but I don't know whether we're gonna get there yet. I'm just gonna show you Teepublic first. So if I go into the web, go to Teepublic, it will probably be already signed it and stuff. Yeah, so it's on my account already, as you can see here, and we can view my store. Then you got a few things in there at me, which is pretty much these. These are designs using these templates that I showed you earlier. Yeah, just copying what's going on in the top sellers, basically. But yeah, you make an account, and you upload it, and they will sort out all the mockups. Like, let's go onto this one. You see, it's automatically put that on a shirt for us, and you can select what color shirt. You know, if it would catch up. This iPad's quite old. Yeah, you can see there's all our different shirts, but it would do I don't know, just die on now. As you can see up here, you got like t-shirts, hoodies, hats, stickers, long sleeve shirts, kids shirts, all that kind of stuff. So it actually, you just give them the design, and it just does everything for you as such. Cute fogs. Wow, I have a slow upload. I'm just checking if I'm losing frames or anything. Now it looks good from my end. So hopefully nothing's gone wrong. You can never tell. Interesting. Good. But like I say, what we're going to do is go through a design for Teepublic. Start to scratch, if you like, start from scratch, and show you how to upload, and that design will be ready to buy. So first off, I go to something called Flow. This is an AI. It's part of Creative Fabrica, which a lot of people already have the logons for Creative Fabrica. If not, I can highly recommend it. So you go into Creative Fabrica, you're given this screen here. All I do is go to menu, go down to Studio, if it would select it, and start design. Now, this is what it looks like when you start design, but if you want Flow like I do, just press this at the top. It's like a fast forward icon, two little arrows. So then it'll come into what they call Flow. There's a couple of options that you want to pick here. And the reason why I use Flow... Wait, hang on. I'm just reading. Oh, look in the lower left corner, you get 30% off. Yeah, they are doing some quite good deals right now. So, as you can see on the right, this is updating with everyone's searches, if you like. And just keep updating because they're showing the newest set of them. Some of them are public and not public, so they will disappear off that list if they're private. And then, because like you could just tap on something that you like those two cats, and it'll tell you exactly what prompt they used to get those cats. So that's quite handy. And I'm just going to go back to our like blank one. I'll show you the other ones. So you've got sizes, and there's a square, a landscape, a different kind of landscape, and the portraits. Two sizes there. So we just want square. It doesn't matter. Like I say, you can set it to private or public. I don't really care if anyone else wants to use it, etc. So I just leave it on public. That's on Teepublic. I'm just reading your comment there, Bella. Yep, it certainly is. And then the other option here, it says full render. And this is the important bit as to why I use Flow. Because full render is like what they all do. They all will put out a PNG or JPEG, whatever it is. So you can get a full image, you can get a transparent image, you can get the patterns is like seamless patterns. But on this one, they do something called SVG, which is awesome because SVG, you can open that in Affinity. So that's what we're going to select in a sec. The other thing is this. Sorry, my voice is really bad. Teek will also do special requests for designs. Absolutely, I would. Yes, definitely. Losing was. So yeah, you got this little thing that looks like a magic wand up here. So you click on that and it'll go through all the different styles. The one that I'm going to use today is just cartoon. So it's a cartoon and it's in vector. And then we'll just put in what we want. So for this example of it, what I'm going to want is an otter. And I want him in some kind of shirt. So I'm just going to put in a shirt. See what that comes with. Just leave it a little while. And it should come out with, if it doesn't, hit refresh. I find it does this sometimes. Now it came up. So, any in particular, I'm not happy with any of these, to be honest. So I'm just going to hit go again. So it's going to do another 4. Let me just keep doing this till we find something that we want. You've got to go really careful with hands and feet on here. Like, some of them will end up with sort of like 3 hands or something, or 3 feet. So that guy right there, it's very cute. So second one in. Actually, no, first one in. Even better for boy 1. So to get that downloaded, I'm just going to click about there on the screen. And it will, should have, try again. So there we go. And it says like save image, etc. What we want to do is save to files because it's an SVG. So if we said save to image, then it would just be a PNG, but we want it to be an SVG. So I'm just trying to think where we can put it. I'll just put it in the downloads folder for now. 2 items. Did I accidentally click on it twice or something? Anyway, I'm going to save it there. And then we can shut flow down. We don't need that right now. And then we're going to come back to Affinity. And what I'm going to do is just start up a new document. And like I say, we're going to want this 5,000 pixels by 5,000, 5,500 by 5,000. And because it's going on a t-shirt or it's being printed, you want it 300 dust print. I just leave it RGB. You can change it to CYK if you want. That's usually if you're wanting to like print it yourself, etc. But we'll leave everything. Oh, transparent background V1. So you could come over to here and hit this plus button. It'll then actually put in a name, and you can save these. As you can see here, I've got a plain white one and a transparent already done. So I'm just gonna OK that, and we're gonna go. Does it have a built-in edit? I think it does, but we're gonna use Affinity Designer, and you'll see why. It's so much easier. So what I'm gonna do is get those assets that I built earlier, and we're just gonna take whatever design we want, and this one will do, and insert that. Now that red box is basically the size of this artboard. So if I zoom it in, probably have to zoom it in quite a bit, but it will be the exact size. If I could get it right. Close enough. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, the box is the 5,000, like 5,500 by 5,000, and then the blue bit will be your image, and the pink bits will be your text. In fact, I don't want that one. I don't want that style for this particular image. Let's delete that one. And go back to make sure I get the right one. I want that one. I thought that was at the top, it's not at the bottom. So this is what they call an arc sandwich. And you can see that by it just basically sandwiches the art. And this one just happens to have an arc at the top. So it's an arc sandwich. Can't get this to go right. Yeah, I'll do. No, it's playing me by. They'll do. Anyways, so what we're gonna do is get our otter. So I'm gonna go to the burger menu, press place, and we want to place from a file. And we go to, I think we put it in down this, didn't we? Yeah. So this otter, open that up, and just drag it in like you would do any other picture. So each shirt has the layout. Yes, yeah. So what I've done is 12 of like the top sellers. So whatever design they've used is like on the shirts right now. So you just drag it out. So it's like exact box of 5,000 by 5,000, and it's got everything there basically. I could not see that. Yeah, I didn't think of that very well. I'll try and change them before we do that. So getting back to the otter, because it's an SVG, what we can do is double tap on it, and we can take any of the layers and try and find a good bit to change. It splits it into so many different bits. Let's give it that name, that's tiny. And trying to find some of it would be bigger. Just getting down the list. But that bit, no, that's tiny. That's tiny. It's giving me grief. Okay, so that bit in the eye, as it's vector, we could change that to white, see? Now, obviously, we don't want to do that, but it's proven that it's vector, and you can change anything. You could even go into node tool, and it'll give you the nodes so that you can move it about wherever you want. It's like a full vector. You couldn't see it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change that. SVGs are broken down into each layer. Yeah, so when you double click that SVG, as you can see, there's every layer that makes up that art right now. Which, if we go right to the bottom, you'll see even the background, which is that big white bit, even that is a layer. And what we can do is delete it. And then to come out, so you can just go back to your design, just press back, and there we go. So now it's the art without a background, and we just want him to be about there, in the middle. Yeah, that's cool. Now it's not filling out the design exactly, but it's just an image in the middle, with text over the top and on the bottom. Now, to get the text in there, I've downloaded numerous different fonts. You can download these on Creative Fabric, or you get the free ones, whatever you want. Sometimes you have to put, yeah, you do. So watch out with AI. There's usually something that's not quite right. So now we got to decide what we want to write. So I'll put no otter shirt. See, we changed the font and the color in a sec. So we're just going into the font now, and we'll change it to something. Just gonna name my list. What's nice? Oh, that's quite a nice one. And where'd it go? Well, it is, my iPad is pretty slow when it comes to this stuff. Nope, I don't know where it went. I have to go back. I seen it. Ah, here it is. So this Comica, I'll use Axis. We'll change the color, and what would be good from this one. Oh, it's not changing. That's because I'm not on move tool. So just reset that and get back in. So now it'll change to whatever I want. Should do. If I'm not got it selected. There we go. Try again. So yeah, now it'll change. I'm very confused. Try and shut me up. You can search for certain fonts. Yeah, I'll show you that in a sec. You're somewhat confused with Creative Fabric. You can use pre-made, but the problem is everyone else is gonna have used it. Do you know what I mean? So we're trying to make something that no one else has done. So I know this actual saying has been used, but probably not in this way. So I'm gonna get that underneath this bit of the other. I'm going to copy it again, duplicate, and then I have the bottom bit over the top of the R. So this piece down here. So again, it's not quite matching up with the template, but it's good enough for what we're doing. And it's just to say, we want that text to be arced. That's what we want. So we're gonna arc it. We're gonna get into our group. I never remember which way. Is it vertical or horizontal? I'm gonna try horizontal. Yes, I got it right. So you could change this any way you want. So we're just gonna make this sort of match our altar here. I'm just gonna move it down so that. Oh, I didn't change that bit. Now our shirt. I think it says will do or something like that. So you can use like sort of like dad jokes and things. Just try and come up with your own or use a really popular one. That's another way to do it. Just looking at the comments. We will put a link up on the club site. Yeah, you have to check whether the phrase has been copyrighted, etc. So I'll have to do this with this one. But this is just to show you the kinds of things that we could do. So I'm just gonna make this slightly bigger, slightly wider, and there we go. Now the other thing that we want to do is, can you see it goes sort of like, it's not fully arced, it like goes down towards the edges. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna convert it to curves, which not only sort of saves can't think what I'm saying now. It saves the warp that we just did. So now that is permanently there. But also it gives you the nodes for each letter. So what we want to do, this N for example, is go into nodes and change them so it's not quite the same. Something different about it. It's quite difficult, as you can see. There's so many nodes on this thing. We don't need them. And start deleting some of these nodes because we don't need them at all. Like, we probably don't need that one, just need this one. There we go. That's a bunch of nodes, so I'll delete these. Just gotta make it make sense here. So delete these ones, maybe those two, that one, tidy up these ones. So we'll get rid of those, get rid of these. It's so much cleaner when you haven't got nodes everywhere. Just tighten that up. And there we go. Yeah, that'll do. And then we do the T, so just like that from the layers. and we do pretty much the same. But what I'm going to do this time is just turn that letter slightly like this, make it easier on myself. Just trying to think what way I'm going to do. If I select all these nodes at the top and drag them up, delete these nodes, delete these nodes, and maybe that one. No, did I make it? Yeah, I did. So make it like the other side. What's really cool is you can grab all these nodes and like you would move something with the move tool, you could go into this little icon up here called transform mode, and that will let you turn it all together, but just those nodes. So I'm just gonna put that at the top. Now we're gonna have to delete some of the others. These nodes are everywhere. It's getting there. I should have had this all done before the live because I didn't know it was going to be quite like this. And that is quite a few needs, that one. Just deleting some of these nodes that are getting in the way. Making it more clean so we can just move the bits we want to like this. So now we've got just one node, which is much easier to deal with. So down here, and this one just moves up a little bit. Have that little bit of the curve. I think I want. Let's get back to the N. I just think I want that one going up the top as well. Maybe use transform mode just to put it a little bit like that. There we go. I don't know what you'll remember, but kind of like how old Metallica used to their shirts things. I don't know whether that makes any sense to you. It was a while ago. Just still tight enough. There we go. So, there we go. And now we can turn off the template or the design template, whatever you call it. So, do we want to change these words slightly? Like put a stroke on them or something, so they stand out a bit more. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, just that. So there we go. There's our design that we know will fit on the shirt quite nicely. Just reading your comments. I never know what these told. Yeah, there is so many little things. They just got just play with it and just see what it does, or wait for me to do a video. Either way, whatever you want. So yeah, now that we've got our design as such, we'll come up here. It's already 5,000 by another 5,000, so it's actually quite large. If you put it on a wall, it'd probably take up most of it all. Even though it looks small on screen, it is pretty massive. And that is to do with it not getting pixelated when we do things like this. So what we're gonna do is export it, and we're just gonna export it as a save image. So that's gonna go right to a PNG. More lessons on these tools. Yeah, I'm getting there. So I'm gonna come out of there now. Go back to Teepublic. I haven't got it open. Just click these away. And I think I've closed it, didn't I? Damn. I'll just open it again. So I'm going to Google Teepublic top one. There we go. So now we're back to here. Just make sure we're on my account, which we are. And we want to upload some art. So we're going to go upload. It's then going to ask us if we're on a PC to drag and drop that image in. We ain't got that option on iPad. So we'll have to click here to upload. And then from our photo library, we'll pick our design. It looks white, but it is transparent. I'm just going to put done. It's then going to process it into the like design for shirts and things. And this is where it tells you your file must be at least, oh, it's the other way. Oh well, 5,000 by 5,050. It's one way or the other. So then we just got to give it a title sector. So I'm just going to call this what the word says. Say no otter shirt will do. We'll put in the description of the perfect shirt like no other. No other. Oh, that'll do. And then the main tag. Let's put otter as the main tag, so that's what it is. So if people are into otters, they'll come up first. Then your supporting tags or other things. Say we'll find otter lovers somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Otters. If I can find otters. There we go. So these are just things that other people are searching for. It comes up with this handy list. So it's cute. It's an animal. It could be a seal. I have no idea what the difference is. It's funny. You can have one as a pet. You wouldn't? Would you find him as a? Not sure. And it's not a cat, and it's not anything to do with zookeeper, and it's not adult themed. No. Now the other thing is what color shirt do you want it to appear in your shop on? So this probably looks good on black. So just put black for Mason. The baseball tee is kind of like two colors. So the sleeves will be different color to the rest of the shirt. The black and white looks pretty good. So I'm just going to leave it as that. I don't think everything else is just saying black. Then these are all the colors that we want it to appear in, which we've got no qualms about. Oh, it must not be on a white, etc. Hi, Popcorn. This is so cute. I love it. Well, it will be available in the shop afterwards. Not that you have to buy it. So yeah, this is telling you what other products you want on. So hats or phone cases, mugs, anything. So I just leave it all on, and then I say I've agreed to that, even though I haven't, because I'm ready, and I just publish it, and then it'll appear in your store. For the first couple of days, it's got a massive discount, as you can see here. It's only £14.60. Then in a few days, it goes back up to £20, which is what you'll find most of my stuff is now, because it's been on there for a little while. Just visit the store, and sure enough, there it is there. You see, 2 days. For 2 days, it's going to be 15 quid, but everything else is 20 quid because they've been on there a little while now. I love that coffee, the happiest drink on earth. That's so cool. The Eat, Sleep, Cruise, Repeat I did for Bella for her birthday. She's going on a cruise, or does regularly, so I'm sure she'll like that. Yeah, I think that was it for Teepublic. As you can see, I'm quite new to this. I haven't set up my logo, my cover, anything. Not yet. But there we go. So, and then come out of that one and go into, was it this one? I can't remember. Yeah, it was. So, what time is it? Have we got time for another question? So, question 2, but again, you need a refresher in Scaled Object. I've put some little smiley faces down here on the bottom. These are really good. You need to promote them on social medias. They are on social medias, but yeah, you're right. I didn't do a good enough job of sort of like telling people that they're there, etc. I've got this real issue with, like, I don't know, accepting people's money doesn't sit right with me sometimes. I know I need to get over this doing this kind of job, but yeah, I'm having internal battles about this right now. But like I said, I am trying. So, Scale with Object. There is a new way and an old way. So, I'll just show you what we mean by Scale with Object. This is our image that we did. And then this one here has got no scale object. So it would have been a hair, which is how the normal one is, but when you shrink it down, you can see the lines all blur together, and it gets worse and worse however you shrink it. Now, this one, if I get on the right thing, over here, this one has scaled object on, so if we get it smaller and smaller, it's still fine. Zoom out, etc. It'll always be fine. Now, just going back on the original. If you go into the stroke panel, this one up here, what's that? Love it, Nikki. We won't make him. Our money buys your software, cameras, etc. Yeah, that would be a good point. I just got, as you know, I've got, so like, I didn't like it myself, but I know it eventually is gonna happen. But you can tell how nervous I am about it and stuff. I just didn't like it. So anyway, yeah, up here there's this, a stroke panel. So this one here, and if you go down the stroke panel, there's something called scaled object just here, and at the moment it's off, and it's off by default. No idea why. It should be on by default. So when you put it on, you'll get everything working correctly. If you leave it in the off position, it doesn't work correctly. Now, Affinity, they know what's like basically going on with this. It's been an ongoing thing for a while. So they have come up with something else. I forgot where it is. Where was it? I can't remember. There's like a universal, like, make all your layers scale with object. I'm just trying to think where it was. I'll have to try and find it again for next week because I don't remember where exactly it was. No, it's completely gone. So that brings us to the end of question 2 for now. I'll find out the rest. So which brings us back to the Q&A. So if there's anything anyone wants to ask, etc., then feel free. It doesn't have to be about Affinity. I do quite a few breadcrumbs, and you can always go onto our Discord, etc., and we've got like a Q&A section. You could put your questions in there. If they don't get answered straight away, it's probably because I'm saving it for a live like this. But I would answer you regardless. Just reading your questions, Nikki. Using scaled object should be on by default. I agree. You should group some layers, then scale one. Oh yeah, that. So let me just show you something. Let's go back to this. Let's get that big. And get this one that big. Perfect. There we go. So let's select all these, and we'll firstly turn off scale object. Now we're gonna group them, and like you say, you could make them all scaled object by going into scaled object when you're on all three, and all three will work perfectly, just like that. If I show you without scaled object, they'll mess up just like this. However, there is a however. So, say that one was in that group, and these two were in another group within that group, and then that one was in another group with this rectangle up here. We'll group those together. There we go. So we've got groups within groups within groups. So we're going to try that same trick again. So it's scaled it off of the menu. As you can see, it messes up. Then we're going to turn scaled object on and do the same trick. Hey, it's actually working. That's strange. Usually when it's group items within grouped items, it doesn't usually like it. Let me make sure. There, that's on. That's why. And just going into each one and turn it off. Make sure it's off. Was it in this one? Yeah. So make sure they're off to start with. Now get back in, do our trick where we turn them on. That's it, and we'll see what happens. That's very strange. So that doesn't usually work. Usually the one that's in a group, like within a group, like this one here, usually that one stays off. Like that. And what you would get is this kind of thing where one's not working. And that is what I was trying to show you. But obviously, when I'm live, nothing likes to work how I want it to be. So, typical making me a liar. Damn you, Affinity. So, anyways, that's that one. You said it might be in preference. Is just gonna find out. So, well, up here or in there. I don't see it. Just reading all the options. No, I don't see it there either. I just really can't remember where it is. Is it within? No, it's not within stroke. Is it in transform? Oh yeah, this option down here. So this is meant to university. You know, like I said, they're grouped within groups, etc. Let's turn off skill update. So what you'd meant to do is come into transform, then click global skill update here, and that would have done the groups within groups. And this time it has, but generally it doesn't work either. It's like a known fault with Affinity. There is like no easy way. It's basically make a line, black line, so make that stroke, and then make it straight away skill and update it. And you have to do that every time to be totally safe, or go back through every layer and turn it on, so you know you're definitely safe. It's very annoying. Should just be on by default. It's like so annoying now. Been caught out so many times, haven't we, Bella? So I'm gonna go back to the Q&A again. Oh, I'm still on the pen tool. Just go on to mute tool. So there's the. In fact, why isn't that? Come on. You haven't seen that thing. That's a man leader. That'll tell you the socials, etc. And then there's this one. There's the Teepublic with that store. It should have come on automatically. That's very odd that hasn't. It takes forever. Yes, it certainly does. And typical of me, you're right, with their weirdness. You have to go back into every line. So annoying. Group show skill does it, but the ones inside doesn't. Yeah, that's usually what happens. It's so annoying. Yay, thanks, fella. Select a like button. So yeah, from any questions, etc. If not, I'm gonna call it at night there because it's already 8 o'clock. And I'll look into. Was there something else? I can't remember whether I've got another Q&A ready. But if not, enter your Q&As and I'll get to them. No problem. Excellent lesson today. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy it. Like I say, my voice isn't great, but what if I can sort of teach you something, then awesome. I look forward to seeing all your designs, etc. Tag me in your socials if you've used it, and I will see you in the next one.